All right, folks, hello and welcome to Game 1 of this two-game series here in the Leander ISD tournament here on Thursday. Mavericks facing off against the Elgin Wildcats for the second time so far this preseason. MCNEIL will be the home team. We're over here at Cedar Park High School. Very beautiful sunny day, on its way up to about 80 degrees, clear skies. And we are getting ready to get underway here. Start of the game. Elgin Wildcats, 19-17 overall, 12-2 in district last season. 6 returning starters, 5 returning lettermen, and 0-1 against the Mavericks this season as they faced off back on the Round Rock ISD tournament last week. Mavericks won that game by a score of 12-2, somewhere around there. Starting defense for the Mavs here as we get ready to get underway. First base, Jackson Collins. Second base, Jack Goins. Ryan Vosick at shortstop. Third base, Joseph Sandusky, playing in his first varsity game as a freshman. In left field, Ramsey Simpson. Center field, Chris Windesman. Right field, Brandon Morio. Your catcher for game 1 here is Garrett Banks, the senior. And starting pitcher, senior right-hander Ryan Shook.
Center fielder, Justin Strong. Strong, now batting.
And he will face the top of the order here for the Elgin Wildcats. Leading off the center fielder, Justin Strong. He'll be followed by the designated hitter Humphreys and the catcher Gomez. And first pitch from Shook. Hitter tries to check a swing but goes around for called strike 1. Next pitch, fastball, misses a little out and low. And the fastball misses a little high and outside, so it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike to Strong. 320 down the lines here at Cedar Park Field, 370 in center, and 355 in the gaps. Next pitch, breaking ball, checks a swing and does not go around this time, so the count will go to 3-1. Next pitch misses a little low and outside, so that'll send Strong down first base with a leadoff walk.
The designated hitter, Bobby Humphreys. Humphreys now batting.
And that will bring up the number 2 hitter, right-hand hitting Bobby Humphreys, designated hitter this game. And pitches inside and in the dirt, gets away from the catcher Banks, and that will allow Strong to advance to second base. Next pitch, fastball right over the center of the plate there for called strike 1. Shook takes a exceedingly long look at the runner at second base there, and umpire calls time. So everyone will reset here, and we'll get ready for the 1-1 delivery from Shook. Pitch swung on, ground ball to shortstop. Fielded by Vosick, kind of gets away from him though. Throw to first is not going to be in time. So Humphreys will be safe there on the miscue by the shortstop, Vosick.
The error brings up the catcher, number 22.
Runner Strong did advance from second to third on that play, so it'll be runners on first and third now. Nobody out. And the catcher Gomez comes up to hit. First pitch to Gomez is called strike on the outside corner. And 0-1 pitch. A little too far inside, manages to hit Gomez in the square of the back there, so that will load the bases on the hit by pitch.
The hits batsman brings up number 20, the left fielder, Nathan Lewis.
And then I'll bring up the cleanup hitter, left fielder Nathan Lewis. We're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher.
For the catcher is number 42, Christopher Washington.
Number 42, Christopher Washington now goes in.
The
courtesy runner at first base for the catcher. First pitch to the hitter Lewis is in there for called strike one. Lewis looks at a fastball that misses far outside, so it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Leadoff hitter Strong stands on third. Humphreys at second, and Washington at first. Pitch is swung on. Well hit ball in the center field, but center fielder Windesman is right underneath it. He makes the grab, and runners from second and third are going to tag up and advance. And it'll be a sacrifice fly for Lewis. Puts the Wildcats up, score 1-0.
The sacrifice fly brings in a run for the Wildcats. Now batting for the Wildcats, number 13.
And it looks like we had an appeal on the tag up for the runner at second there, and he was called out. So that'll be, the run still comes across, but the runner is out advancing from second to third, saying he tagged up too early. And so with 2 outs now, 1 run across, brings up the third baseman Cedillo to the plate. Pitch is a called strike, runners goes, and he's going to be in safe as shortstop Vosek was unable to bring the throw down in time to tag. So 1-1 the count to Cedillo as he looks at a fastball that misses outside for ball 2. Two-one pitch, swung on, ground ball third, fielded by Sandusky. Throws over to first in time, and that will end the inning.
After a half inning of play, 1 run, no hits, 1 error.
So Wildcats strike first, put up 1 run on no hits.
Mavericks
We head to the bottom of the first. The Mavs coming up for their first at-bats. We'll be right back.
Leading off
for the Mavericks here.
12, the left fielder.
And their first at bats, left fielder Ramsey Simpson.
Now batting.
They'll be followed by second baseman Jack Goins and the shortstop Ryan Vosick. Simpson looks at a first pitch that misses outside from the Wildcats pitcher Garcia. Next pitch, big hack, swung on and missed though, strike one. One pitch to Simpson. Breaking ball misses pretty far outside, so it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch, fastball, catches the outside corner, called strike 2. Next pitch swung on, fouled out of play over the left field side. Two-two pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, gets away from the catcher. So it'll be a full count on the leadoff hitter, Simpson. Next pitch swung on, another foul ball, goes out of play over on the left field side again. Three-two pitch swung on, fly ball center field. Center fielder makes a couple steps back and he's underneath it and he makes the grab for the first out of the inning.
The fly out brings up the second baseman, number 1, Jack Goins. Goins now batting.
They'll bring up number 2 hitter, second baseman Jack Goins. Swings the first pitch, drives a fly ball into the right field side. Right fielder comes a couple of steps to his right, is underneath it and makes the grab.
The fly out
and it'll be back-to-back flyouts to lead off the inning here for the Mavericks.
Ryan Vosick now batting.
And with 2 away, brings up the shortstop Ryan Vosick. Vosick swings the first pitch, line drive into the gap in left center field. That's going to be down for a single. 2-out single for Vosick.
The single brings up number 24, the first baseman, Jackson Collins.
And first baseman Jackson Collins will come to the plate. First pitch to Collins misses a little inside and low. Next pitch, pretty much same pitch, same spot. Gets in the dirt, and Vosick was running on the play, so he will be in easily with stolen second base. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Collins. And 2-0, breaking ball misses a little bit high. So it'll be 3 balls and no strikes to Collins. And Collins will head down to first on 4 straight balls in his at-bat. And that will bring the center fielder Chris Windesman to the plate with 2 outs and runners on first and second for the Mavericks.
The center fielder, number 18, Chris Windesman. Windesman now batting.
Pickoff move to second base. Runner Vosick is back in time. And first pitch to Windesman is a breaking ball. Gets away from the catcher. And Vosick is going to advance to third, but he is thrown out. Vosick kind of hesitated there and took off after he saw the ball was gotten away from the catcher there. Catcher didn't throw the ball down very hard, but apparently it was in time according to the field umpire. And so it'll be an out on the base paths to end the inning. McNeil gets 2 base runners on 1 hit, but unable to bring him around. We head to the top of the second inning. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Wildcats here, leading by a score of 1-0. We'll be right back.
Starting off the top of the second inning, number 24, your right fielder, Nicholas Salcedo.
Right fielder Saucedo, number 6 here, leads it off for the Wildcats here in the top of the second inning. And first pitch to Saucedo is swung on and missed, strike 1. Next pitch comes close inside, nearly hits Saucedo, but does not. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. 1-1 pitch is swung on and lofted out of play, back behind the screen to the right. Comes a 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout for the pitcher shook this game.
Pitcher number 15, Matthew Garza. Garza.
Then I'll bring up the Wildcat pitcher, number 15, Matthew Garza. Sorry, Garcia. And he looks at a first pitch fastball that misses inside. One-0 pitch swung on, lined out of play. Well, 1 pitch catches the outside corner, called strike 2. So Shook working ahead to both batters here that he's faced in the top of the second inning. One-two pitch swung on, ground ball, third base, fielded by Sandusky. Throws over to first in time for the second out of the inning.
The ground out brings up number 18, the second baseman, Omar Palacios. Palacios now batting.
So 2 up, 2 down. Brings up second baseman Palacios. Palacios looks at a first pitch in the dirt. Ball 1. One-0 pitch is swung on, lofted in the air, foul territory. First baseman Collins goes over towards the Maverick dugout, but ball's going to get down, so it'll be strike 1. One to 1 the count to the hitter Palacios. Next pitch, breaking ball in there, called strike 2. Yeah! 1-2 pitch, another breaking ball in there for called strike 3.
After 1.5 innings.
So the Wildcats go 1-2-3 here in the top of the second inning. No runs, no hits. We head to the bottom of second. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Mavericks. We'll be right back.
Leading off for the Mavericks, number 29, the designated hitter, Caleb Crail. Crail now batting.
Actually, we're going to head back to the previous batter of that inning. From the previous inning, he was out on a inning ended on a caught stealing on the base pass. So Chris Windesman will head back to the plate here with a fresh count as he looks at a fastball that misses high and outside for ball 1. So 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up this inning. Sorry, 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Leading with Chris Windesman. Windesman swings the next pitch, ground ball down the first base line, fielded by the first baseman, and he will take it himself for the first out of the inning.
The ground out now brings up number 29, the designated hitter, Caleb.
That'll bring up designated hitter Caleb Crail
now batting
for his first at bat of the game. Swings a breaking ball in the first pitch. Hot ground ball fielded by the shortstop. Throw over to first base is going to be in time. So 2 up, 2 down for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up the catcher, Garrett Banks.
Brings up the catcher, number 2, Garrett Banks. Banks now batting.
And the first pitch to Banks, swung on, fouled back into the screen. Next pitch, ball misses a little bit low and inside. Comes ball 1 pitch to Banks, swung on, lined, foul, down into the left field corner. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count to Banks. And swings to the next pitch, spoils it back, foul into the back of the screen. One-two pitch swung on, ground ball to third. Fielded cleanly, throws over to first. Throws a little bit offline. Takes the first baseman into the path of the runner Banks, who apparently did not see the runner coming, and there's a collision there that causes the ball to come loose. And so Banks is going to be safe. And we're going to have a quick check on the health status of the first baseman who took the brunt of that hit there. We also have a courtesy runner coming in for the catcher Banks. Number 23, Alex Briseño, goes in as the runner on first now. Looks like the Wildcat first baseman is okay after that collision there, and everybody heads back.
The error brings up the right fielder, number 14.
So 2 outs, runner on first now. Brings up right fielder Brandon Morio. And he looks at a first pitch breaking ball, catches the inside corner, called strike 1. And next pitch, another breaking ball. This one didn't break though, and lands on the arm of the hitter Morio there. So he will head down with a 2-out hit by pitch.
His batsman brings up the third baseman, number 7, Joseph Sandusky.
That brings up third baseman Joseph Sandusky. With 2 runners on here and 2 outs. Takes a big cut at the first pitch he sees. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Next pitch bounces in the dirt in front of the plate, kept in front by the Wildcat catcher. So it'll be 1-1 to Sandusky. Courtesy runner Briseño stands on second. And Brandon Morio on first after the hit by pitch. Next pitch, fastball misses inside. So it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike to Sandusky. Two-one pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. And next pitch misses outside and high, so the count will go full now with 2 outs. Runners should be moving on the pitch. Next pitch swung on, fouled off of his foot. So runners will head back. And here comes another 3-2 pitch. Swung on, hard ground ball right up the middle. It's going to kick off the second base bag, and it's going to be safe all around. There's a comebacker right at the feet of the pitcher. Made an attempt, but kind of slid and fell, and went all the way back to second base, kicked off the left side of that bag, and just kind of caused chaos everywhere. So, probably call that an infield single for Sandusky. Everybody moves up 1. We got bases loaded now, back to the top of the Mavericks order. Leadoff hitter Ramsey Simpson stands in. He flew out in his first at-bat to center field. Swings the first pitch, fouls it back into the screen. A quick conversation on right in front of the mound here. Wildcats catcher and pitcher. Everybody resets here. Simpson steps back in. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, foul ball, out of play. So Simpson looking at 0-2 now with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And next pitch swung on and a miss, strike 3. So Mavs leave the bases stranded on 1 hit. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Mavericks still chasing 1. Elgin up 1-0. We'll be right back.
11, the shortstop, Luke Gomez. Gomez now batting.
All right, 9-hitter, then back to the top for the Wildcats here in the top of the 3rd inning. Leading off is the shortstop, Gomez, as he looks at a ball that misses high. One-0 pitch swung on, ground to the 3rd base. Kind of a tough short hop situation there for the 3rd baseman Sandusky. Ball gets away from him.
Center fielder, number 3.
And so Gomez will be aboard as the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 3rd inning. Back to the top of the order. Center fielder Strong comes up. Reached on a walk and currently represents the only run scored by the Wildcats. Runner goes on the first pitch. Pitch is outside for a ball. Throw down is in time. Catcher Banks had a little bit of a bobble getting the ball out of his glove there, but umpire said throw was in time, so that will erase the runner Gomez out on the base pass with the caught stealing. And we have 1 out now. One-0 pitch to Strong is a breaking ball that's over the plate, called strike 1. Next pitch swung on, fouled back in the screen, out of play. One-two pitch, swung on, a little lazy, kind of pop fly towards 3rd base side. 3rd baseman Sandusky's over to make the grab, throws it first in time, and that will retire Strong for the 2nd out of the inning.
Hitter, Bobby Humphreys.
2 quick outs for the Mavs here in the top of the 3rd. Brings up designated hitter Humphreys. Was safe on an error by the shortstop back in the 1st inning. First pitch to Humphreys, breaking ball, misses just a little bit inside. Next pitch swung on, another ground ball, fielded by the shortstop Vasic. Throws it over to first in time, and that will end the inning.
No runs, no hits, no errors, no man left on base.
So 1-2-3.
One error. After no man left
for the Wildcats here in the top of the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits. Still only 1 hit this entire game across both teams so far as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Mavs coming up, still chasing 1 run. We'll be right back. Leading off for the Mavs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 2nd baseman Jack Goins.
Number 1, Jack Goins.
Goins flew out to right field in his first at bat. as he looks at a first pitch ball that misses outside. Mavs with the only hit so far this game, but still looking to tack on their first run. As they left last inning, bases loaded. And Goins swings at a 1-0 breaking ball. Swung on and missed, strike one. Next pitch, breaking ball, comes in, catches the inside corner for called strike two. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses, it bounces in the dirt. Two and two the count to Goins. Next pitch, breaking ball, swung on, little slow rolling ground ball to the first base side. And the pitcher came over off the mound to try to grab it, but he's not going to get there with the elite speed of Goins. And so Goins will be in with an infield single. Kind of a swinging bunt that just slow spin down that first base line, and a little bit of the classic confusion between first base and pitcher who's going to cover it.
Now batting.
So leadoff runners aboard. Here in the bottom of the third brings up Ryan Vosick, who singled in his first at bat. He looks at a first pitch breaking ball that misses inside and into the dirt. Goins takes off, and the throw down is a good one, and is going to be in time to catch Goins trying to steal second base there. So he will be out on the caught stealing, and that will be the first out of the inning here. Two and 0 is the count to the hitter Vosick. Next pitch swung on, hard ground ball right between shortstop and third base and into left field for a single. Second single of the game so far for Vosick. So one away. Vosick, the runner on first, now brings up the number 4 hitter Collins. Collins reached on a walk in his first at bat back in the first inning. And he looks at a first pitch breaking ball that misses low. Swings the next pitch, lofts a fly ball into shallow center field. Center fielder comes in a couple of steps and to his left, and he will make the catch. That will be the second out of the inning, and that was not deep enough for Vosick to tag it up and advance from first. So he will remain there, and now we'll bring up the center fielder Chris Windesman, grounded out to first in his first at bat. And he looks at a first pitch breaking ball, catches the outside corner late, strike one. Next pitch swung on, good line drive over the glove of the first baseman. That's going to get all the way down into the right field corner into the fence. Windesman heading to second. Vosick's going to score, and Windesman's going to hold up at second there with an RBI double with 2 outs. Well hit ball, made its way all the way down to the 320 sign out there in right field.
The 2-out double scores a run, which brings to the plate the designated hitter, number 29, Caleb Crail.
So Mavs get on the board here in the bottom of the third inning with 2 outs. Tie it up 1-1. Brings up the designated hitter Caleb Crail, who grounded out to shortstop in his first at bat. And first pitch breaking ball in pretty tight. Just narrowly misses the hitter Crail. Be ball one. Next pitch, fastball misses low, so it'll be 2-0. Next pitch swung on, ground ball, fielded by the third baseman, but throws over to first base, and the throw is offline and over the head of the first baseman, so that's going to allow Windisman to score from second base. And on the throwing error, Crail will find himself at second base. So Crail trades places with Windisman. Second run comes across for the Mavericks, making the score now 2-1.
Number 2, Garrett Banks.
And that will bring up the catcher, Garrett Banks. Was safe on an error by the third baseman back in the second inning. And he looks at a first pitch breaking ball that runs right into him there. And he will head down to first with a 2-out hit by pitch. Second hit by pitch of the game so far for the pitcher, Garcia.
14, Brandon Morio.
So runners on first and second now with 2 outs. Brings up Brandon Morio. He was the first hit by pitch of the game, experienced by the Mavericks back in the second inning. And number 23, Alex Briseño, goes in as the courtesy runner now in place of Garrett Banks at first. And Morio looks at a fastball, misses just a little bit low and inside, ball one. And another fastball that finds the batter, and Moorhill will be aboard with his second hit by pitch of the game.
Brings up number 7,
that loads the bases.
Joseph Sandusky.
And the Mavericks once again with 2 outs have a bases loaded situation. And that brings up the third baseman, Joe Sandusky, who singled in his first at bat with a hard ground ball right up the middle, as he looks and holds off on a breaking ball that missed low and outside for ball one. Pitch is swung on, ground ball, but it's going to be fouled just to the left of the third base side. Big swing and a miss at a curveball. Bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Mavs leave the bases loaded, stranded back-to-back innings here. But they do strike back, tacking on 2 runs, take the lead here by a score of 2-1. As we head to the top of the 4th inning, Elgin coming up to bat. We'll be right back. All right, leading off for the Wildcats here in the top of the 4th inning. 3-4-5 hitters. Lead off will be catcher Alex Gomez. Was safe on a hit by pitch back in the 1st inning. He looks at a ball that misses a little outside. Shook comes inside this time, misses a little bit. So it'll be 2-0 the count. Two-0 pitch misses inside and low, so it'll be 3-0 to the leadoff hitter Gomez. And the 3-0 pitch lands square in the middle of his back, so it'll be a leadoff hit by pitch.
The hits batsman brings up number 7, Nathan Lewis.
So we're going to have a courtesy runner, number 42, Washington, goes in place of the hit batsman Gomez there, the catcher at first. And that brings up the left fielder Lewis, who had a sacrifice fly in his only at bat today. And first pitch to Lewis is a breaking ball that falls in there for called strike 1. A 1 pitch to Lewis, bounces in the dirt but kept in front by the catcher Banks. And that will prevent the courtesy runner Washington on first from advancing. Shook throws over, check the runner at first, he's back in time. And 1-1 pitch to Lewis is a high fastball. Tried to call time after the long look from Shook there, but time was not granted. Count will go to 2-1, and Washington successfully steals second base on the play. Two-one pitch, swung on, ground ball to third, fielded by third baseman Sandusky. Throws it over to first in time for the out. They're going to throw back over to third to try to grab Washington advancing, and they'd get him. Sandusky, the third baseman, did a good job of looking back Washington before he threw over to first. And then after throwing over, the shortstop Vasa came over, covered third, and on the throw over from Collins from first, it is over in time for the 5-3-6 double play. And that will bring 2 away now. Brings up the third baseman, Cedillo. Grounded out to third base, his first at bat. And he hits a ground ball just enough to get in between the hole between first and second base. And it'll be a 2-out single for Cedillo.
The single brings up the right fielder, number 24, Nicholas Salcedo.
And that'll bring up right fielder Salcedo, who struck out back in the second inning, his only appearance today. He looks at a breaking ball. First pitch drops in there for called strike. Next pitch swung on, fouled back into the screen. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on and fouled back into the screen. So Cedillo will head back to first for another 0-2 pitch. Next pitch swung on, fouled back into the screen again. And pitcher shook, throws softly back over to first, check the runner, he's back in time. Oh-2 pitch, swung on, lofted into center field. Shallow hit ball, and that's going to get down in front of the center fielder, Windesman. So it'll be a 2-out single for Saucedo, and with Cedillo running on the 2-out pitch, he's going to advance all the way from first to third. So back-to-back singles makes it runners on first and third now with 2 outs. And brings up the pitcher, Matthew Garcia. First pitch to Garcia is low for a ball. Garcia grounded out to third base back in the second inning, and his only at bat so far. Runner goes, pitch, they're going to throw down to second, and it is there in plenty of time, and he is out stealing. Good throw by the catcher Banks there to catch the runner Saucedo trying to steal second, and that will end the inning on the base paths. Couple of hits and a hit by pitch, but a 5-3-6 double play, and a caught stealing ends the inning with no runs for the Wildcats in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom of fourth, MCNEIL leading by a score of 2-1. We'll be right back. Top of the order for the Mavericks due up here in the bottom of fourth inning. Leading off will be leadoff hitter and left fielder Ramsey Simpson. And first pitch to Simpson, called strike, late breaking ball, caught the outside corner. Simpson 0 for 2 today, still looking for his first hit. Second pitch misses outside and high, ball 1. Another fastball misses outside. Count will go to 2-1. Mavs leading 2-1 here. The next pitch, breaking ball, misses low and in the dirt, so it'll be 3-1 the count to Simpson. Mavs with 5 hits so far in the day, to Elgin's 2. 2 errors on both teams. And next pitch, kind of a check swing, pops off the plate and into the glove of the pitcher, who throws it over to first. And it'll be a ground out start to the inning for the Mavericks. And that'll bring up second baseman Jack Goins. Had a single in his last at bat in the 3rd inning. That was caught stealing at second base. He swings the first pitch, lined, well hit ball, but just a couple of steps to the right of the center fielder, and he will make the grab. And that will be the second out of the inning. And we'll bring up Ryan Vosick, 2 for 2 today, 2 singles, scored a run back in the 3rd. Looks at a first pitch that misses low. Next pitch swung on, well hit ball down the left field line, but it is going to be foul. And that ball hit right at the base of the fence, probably about 3 feet to the left of the left field foul post. He got all that one. Just need to straighten it out a little bit. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses a little bit inside, so it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Vosick. First baseman Jackson Collins stands on deck if Vosick can reach base here. Next pitch, another ball, misses a little bit low and in. Be 3-1 the count. Three-one pitch swung on, good bounding ground ball, gets past the glove of the shortstop and into left center field for a 2-out base hit. 3rd hit of the game for Vosick, 3 for 3 this game.
Single brings up the first baseman.
And that extends the inning here for the Mavs with 2 outs, brings up Jackson Collins. Collins with a walk and flew out to center field back in the 3rd. First pitch to Collins, his breaking ball catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Next pitch swung on, popped in the air, kind of middle infield area. Shortstop comes in a couple of steps and he makes the grab, and that will end the inning. So Mavs leave 1 stranded in the bottom of 4th inning.
No runs.
Head to the top of the 5th. Mavs still leading by 1, up 2-1. We'll be right back. All right, as we get ready to start the top of the 5th inning here, a couple of defensive changes for the Mavericks. Number 16, Wyatt Newman, comes in to catch in place of Garrett Banks. And in right field, number 15, James Morio, has come in place for his brother, number 14, Brandon Morio. Starting pitcher Ryan Shook still on the mound for the Mavs, having only surrendered 1 run on 2 hits.
Number 15, the pitcher Matthew Garza.
And leading off for the Wildcats here in the top of the 5th, pitcher Matthew Garcia. His at-bat was ended with an out on the base pass last inning. He looks at a first pitch fastball, misses a little bit inside, ball 1. Next pitch swung on and missed. So count will go to 1-1. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Wildcats here in the top of the 5th inning. As the next pitch, breaking ball, misses a little bit high and inside. Swings the next pitch, gets a little foul tip of it there and back into the glove of the new catcher Newman. So it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes to Garcia. Next pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Third strikeout for the Mavs pitcher Shook this game so far. First out. Brings up the second baseman, Omar Palacios, who was one of the 3 strikeouts so far for the Wildcats. He swings to the first pitch and fouls a ground ball over towards his third base coach. A 1 pitch swung on, ground ball. Diving play by Vosick over to his right. Tries to make a throw over to first, but it's not going to be in time. It gets away from the first baseman, Collins, but not enough distance there for the runner to advance. Tough play for Vosick there. I suspect they'll probably score that one a hit. He made a valiant effort diving to his right to grab it, but couldn't quite come up with the throw.
The hit brings up number 11, the shortstop, Luke Gomez.
So that'll bring up number 9 hitter, shortstop Luke Gomez. Was safe on an error in his first at bat. And first pitch to Gomez is a ball that misses low and inside. Next pitch swung on, ground ball to third, fielded by the third baseman Sandusky. Throws to second in time for the force at second, but they're not going to have a chance to make a play at first. And there's some discussion on the field as to whether or not second baseman Goins was close enough in the neighborhood around second base there on that force. It looks like they're going to concede the force out.
Number 3, Justin Strong.
So it'll be 2 away. Gomez safe at first on the fielder's choice there, and we're back to the top of the Wildcats order with the leadoff hitter Strong. Who looks at a ball that misses inside low, ball for a 1-0 count. Strong reached on a walk. Still represents the only Wildcat run so far this game, and then grounded out to third base back in the 3rd inning. Throws over 2 consecutive times over to first base. Check the runner. Gomez there. And next pitch swung on, another check swing, ground ball. Third baseman Sandusky fields it, throws it to first in time, and that will end the inning.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. After 4.5 innings of play, the score is Elgin 1, MCNEIL 2.
So Elgin strands 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. And we head, at the end of the top of the 5th. Mavs still leading by a score of 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Mavs come up to bat. We'll be right back. All right, we've got a new pitcher for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the 5th. Looks like number 30, Gregory Aguirre, has come in relief for the starting pitcher, Garcia. And he will face the 5, 6, 7 part of the Mavericks lineup. Leading off will be the center fielder, Chris Windesman, who had an RBI double back in the 3rd inning. He looks at a first pitch fastball, misses outside, ball 1.
Whimsical now batting.
Next pitch misses high and outside. So 2-0 hitters count for Windesman to start the inning. Another fastball misses outside and low this time, so it'll be 3-0. Pitch, get me over fastball is in there for called strike 1. Next pitch swung on, a little ground ball, bounding to second base, picked up by the second baseman, throws it over in time for the first out.
Now coming to the plate, the designated hitter, number 29.
That brings up the designated hitter,
now pitching for
Caleb Crail.
Number 30, Greg Aguirre. Aguirre now pitching.
Crail was safe on an error on his last at bat, as he looks at a first pitch fastball, misses low and outside. Next pitch swung on, chopped her, fielded by the third baseman on the run, throws over to first. Nice play. It's going to be in time. And so it'll be 2 quick ground outs for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 5th. And that will bring up the new catcher, Wyatt Newman, hitting in place of the starting catcher, Garrett Banks. first at bat for Newman this game. Looks at the fastball, misses outside, ball 1.
For the MCNEIL Mavericks, number 16, Wyatt Newman. Newman hitting.
Another fastball, misses pretty much the same spot, low and outside, ball 2. Fastball looked like pretty much the same spot there, but umpire said that one caught the corner, called strike 1. So it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike to Newman. This pitch kind of checks his swing and laces it over towards in the direction of the Mavericks dugout there. A lot of scrambling bodies trying to get out of the way of that ball there. Looks like everybody's all right. 2-2 the count now to Newman. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses a little bit up. So we'll go full count with 2 outs. And next pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. So Mavs go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. Still leading by a score of 2-1. We head to the top of the 6th with the Wildcats coming up to bat. We'll be right back. All right, leading off for the Elgin Wildcats here in the top of the 6th inning. Number 2 hitter, designated hitter, Humphreys.
Houston got another good one next.
Humphreys 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error back in the 1st, grounded out to short in the 3rd as he looks at ball 1 that misses high. Next pitch swung on, lofted into kind of right center field. Right fielder Morio is over and makes the grab.
The fly out by Humphreys brings up number 22, the catcher, Alex Gomez.
So 1 away. Brings up the catcher, Gomez. Reached base twice today, both times by virtue of a hit by pitch. First pitch to Gomez, called strike in the outside corner. Shook working on pitch number 68 coming up here of his outing. Next pitch, good breaking ball is in there. Called strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch, breaking ball looked good. Missed a little bit inside, maybe low. Next pitch swung out and missed, strike 3. Fourth strikeout of the game for Shook. And 2 quick outs here in the top of 6th. Brings up left fielder Lewis. That was the first pitch to Lewis. Bounces into the dirt and then off of the mask of the Maverick catcher Newman.
Elgin, the left fielder, number 20, Nathan Lewis.
Lewis with a sac fly back in the first inning. And then grounded into a 5-3-6 double play. As Lewis looks at another pitch low in the dirt. Pitch is swung on, lofted into the center field. Chris Winnisman, in the center fielder's over a couple of steps to his right. And he makes the grab. And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Elgin here in the top of the 6th. Mavs coming up to bat, still leading by a score of 2-1. We'll be right back. All right, leading off for the Mavs here in the bottom of the 6th. Current right fielder James Morio, hitting in the 8th spot in place of his brother Brandon Morio, who started the game in right field. As he looks at a first pitch fastball, misses outside, ball 1.
Number 15, James Morio. Morio now batting.
Next pitch swung on, high fly ball, kind of third base side. Third baseman brings it in for the first out of the inning.
The fly out brings up the third baseman, number 7, Joseph Sandusky.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, third baseman Sandusky. 1 for 2 today with a single back in the 2nd inning. As he looks at a first pitch fastball, misses a little bit low. Next pitch swung on, ground ball, shortstop. Kicks up right into his chest. Throws over and it's in time. be 2 away. Brings us back to the top of the Maverick order. Leadoff hitter Ramsey Simpson stands in.
Left fielder number 12, Ramsey Simpson.
Simpson 0 for 3 today. Fly out, ground out, and a strikeout. So first pitch fastball that's in there on the inside corner, strike 1. Next pitch swung on, a little ground ball in between first and second base. First baseman comes over and tries to grab it, but can't find the handle on it there. And so Simpson will be aboard. I assume they're going to score that one an error, but either way, he's aboard with two outs.
Error brings up the second baseman, number 1, Jack Goins.
And that'll bring up number 2 hitter Jack Goins. 1 for 3 today with a single back in the 3rd inning. Swings the first pitch he sees. Lines a ground ball foul, third base side. Next pitch misses low, bounces in front of the plate. Next pitch swung on, ground ball in between 3rd and short, fielded by the shortstop, throws over, and it's going to be in time to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, one error, and the Mavs strand one more runner. Still leading by a score of 2-1 as we head to the top of the 7th inning, and Elgin coming up for their last at-bats. We'll be right back. All right, leading off, top of the 7th inning here. We have another defensive substitution for the Mavericks. Number 23, Alex Brasenia, who has gone in to play second base in place of the starter, Jack Goins. We also have a pinch hitter, number 13, goes in place of the third baseman, Cedillo. And first two pitches missed for balls, so 2-0 count. Or sorry, this is not a pinch hitter. This is the same number 13 who's been hitting here the whole time. So Cedillo in for his third at bat of the game, 1 for 2 with a single back in the fourth inning. And he looks at a fastball, misses outside, ball 3. And Cedillo's aboard with a leadoff walk.
That's a leadoff walk for the game-tying run at first base, which brings up number 24, the right fielder, Nicholas Salcedo.
Okay, and looks like now we are going to have a pinch hitter. So number 21, Austin Miller, is going to come in and hit in place of the number 6 hitter, Salcedo.
Correction, pinch hitter for the Wildcats is number 21, Austin Miller. Miller now pitch hitting.
And here comes the first pitch to Miller. Breaking ball misses a little bit low. And Shook takes a long look over at the runner at first, getting ready to deliver. Another pitch misses low, bounces in front of the plate, so it'll be 2-0 the count to the pinch hitter Miller. Starting pitcher Shook here working on pitch number 80 as he misses for another pitch outside in the dirt. It'll be 3-0 now the count. And the 3-0 pitch. Another ball bounces in the dirt. So it's 2 straight walks on 8 straight balls to lead off the top of the 7th inning. And that's going to result in a coaching visit to the mound. It looks like we have another. So Mavericks coach Aguirre is going to keep going with his starting pitcher Shook. He heads back to the dugout.
The walk now brings up the pinch hitter, number 23, Omari Williams.
And pinch hitter Omari Williams steps in here
now batting.
with nobody out and runners on first and second. And the first pitch he sees is a hit by pitch. And it looks like that's going to be the last pitch for Shook as Coach Aguirre heads back out to the mound for the second time this inning. We're going to have a pitching change here for the Mavericks. Looks like number 5, left-handed senior Tim Calderon is going to come in relief. So we'll let Calderon get his warm-ups and we'll be right back. All right, so new pitcher for the Mavericks. Tim Calderon has got his warm-ups. He's ready to go. He inherits a bases-loaded, no-out situation. And number 18, Palacios, comes up. He squares around a bunt. And he offers at it, but it looks like he misses it, so it'll be strike one. Infield in on the grass, trying to keep the run from scoring. Hitter Palacios checks his swing. Does not go around on the outside corner. They appeal down to the field umpire, who confirms. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch bounces in the dirt. Kept in front by the catcher Newman. So it'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. Wildcats just need 1 run to tie here. Next pitch swung on, ground ball of the first baseman Collins. He throws to home successfully and gets the force out at home to prevent the runner from scoring. Everybody else moves up 1 base on the fielder's choice. So it'll be bases loaded again and 1 out now.
Number 11, Luke Gomez. Gomez now batting.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, shortstop Luke Gomez. Gomez 0 for 2, reached on the fielder's choice and an error on the third baseman back in the 3rd inning. He swings at the first pitch, pops it foul territory, first base side. Collins, the first baseman, is over there, and he, just misses. So it'll be another life and a 1 strike count for the hitter Gomez. Oh, 1 pitch. Swung on. Little shallow fly ball is going to be right in between shortstop and center field. Center fielder Windesman's over, makes the grab. The runner's going to try to tag from third. Throw is in, and it's not in time. He's going to get away from the catcher Newman. And so the runners are going to advance up to second and third.
The sac fly scores a run, ties it up 2-2.
So a shallow sac fly for Gomez.
Now coming to the plate.
Brings across the tying run, makes the score 2-2. And with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning, we're back to the top of the Wildcats order. Center fielder Strong stands in. And first pitch to Strong, fastball misses outside and high for ball 1. Next pitch swung on, popped up. Infield, pitcher Calderon is over on the third base line to grab it, and he makes the grab, and that will end the inning. But the Wildcats tie it up. 2 apiece. Here we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Mavericks with their last at bats.
After 6.5 innings of play, the score is tied. Elgin 2, MCNEIL.
We'll be right back.
your shortstop for MCNEIL, number 9.
All right, heart of the order due up for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 7th inning. All tied up. Leading off will be the number 3 hitter, Ryan Vosick, who's 3 for 3 with 3 singles today. Scored a run back in the 3rd inning. And first pitch to Vosick, swung on, ground ball to third base. Throw is going to be bounced, and his first baseman can't come up with it, so Vosick's going to be safe on the errant throw. And the Mavs have their leadoff base runner aboard.
The error brings up the first baseman, number 24, Jackson Collins. Collins now batting.
So Vosick on first now, having reached base successfully 4 times today. Brings up Jackson Collins. First pitch to Collins, fastball misses inside and low for ball 1. Collins with a walk and 2 flyouts in his 3 at-bats today. Next pitch, breaking ball, some late movement, catches, drops into the zone for a late called strike. Next pitch, fastball, misses outside, so it'll be 2-1. Next pitch, another breaking ball with some late break, but not quite enough to come back into the strike zone. So it'll be 3 balls and 1 strike here to Collins. And the next pitch hits him right in the top of the back for another hit by pitch. And that will make it runners on first and second now with no one out. And number 5 hitter Chris Winsman comes to the plate. 1 for 3 today with an RBI double back in the 3rd inning.
Number 18 is the center fielder, Chris Windmillman.
So the winning run for the Mavs, Ryan Vosick standing on second base as Winsman squares around to bunt but pulls it back as the pitch is inside and almost towards his back, behind his back foot. So it'll be ball 1 to Winsman. Squares around again, but pulls back. This time fastball misses outside. 2-0 the count. Squares around to bunt. Makes contact, but fouls it off of his foot. Two balls, 1 strike, the count to Winsman. As he squares around for the next pitch, bunts it, but again, bunts it foul back to the screen. So Winsman steps in for the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses high, far outside. Almost goes back to the net. And it'll be a full count now. Next pitch swung on. Kind of a lazy foul ball, goes out of play over on top of the Mavericks dugout. As the Wildcat catcher heads down for a quick conversation with his pitcher. And here comes a 3-2 pitch to Winsman. Swung on, ground ball first base side, but it's going to be foul. So Windham battling here. Another 3-2 pitch. Swung on. High fly ball. Kind of in the gap between right field and center. Right fielder's going to make the grab. It's going to be deep enough for Vosick to tag, and he's going to be in standing up on third base. Collins, the runner at first, stays at first. But the fly ball by Windham moves the lead runner, Vosick, over to third base now. And there'll be one out. And the designated hitter, Crail, will be the hitter, but we have a mound visit by the Elgin head coach. Does not look like he's going to make a pitching change here. Probably just talking through the strategy about what we're going to do with runners on first and third, one out. With Vosick, the runner on third, representing the winning run for the Mavericks. So the pitcher Aguirre does stay in. Wildcats head coach heads back to the dugout. Crail getting ready to stand in to hit. 0 for 3 today. Reached safely on an error back in the third inning and then grounded out twice. Just need a ground ball here, as Collins is going to go and try to bait the runner, and he gets hung up in a rundown between first and second, although he's going to be able to be looked back to first safely. As Coach Aguirre trying to manufacture a run on the base paths here without even putting the ball in play, but the Wildcats are wise to it. So Collins remains at first. Vosick remains at third. We got a 1-strike count to Crail now. Next pitch is swung on. Laced ground ball, but it's going to be foul down the third base side. So Crail in the hole at 0-2. Next pitch swung on, another ground ball, but just misses the feet of third base coach for the Mavericks there, Coach Aguirre. Comes another 0-2 pitch. Fastball just misses inside. And on the pitch, Collins advances to second base uncontested. So they'll take away the potential forced double play on a ground ball in the infield with runners on second and third now. It was a 1-2 pitch to Crail. Fastball misses outside. Narrowly kept in the glove by the Wildcats catcher. Otherwise, that might have been an opportunity for the Mavs to walk off on a wild pitch. Two and two to count to Crail. Well, the next pitch just misses a little inside. So we'll be all full up. The count to Crail. And the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, another foul ball, grounded over towards the third base side. This will be pitch number 8 or 9 of this at bat to Crail. Next pitch swung on, deep fly ball. That's going to get over the head of the left fielder, and that's going to be down. And that will be a walk-off RBI double for the designated hitter, Caleb Crail. Well hit ball. And the final score, game 1 here for the Mavericks today, 3-2. Mavs walk it off on an RBI game-winning double by the designated hitter, Caleb Crail. Thanks everyone for listening. We got a quick break here, and the Mavs will play. We'll get ready to play Lake Travis Cavaliers here. Game time was supposed to start about 3 minutes ago. I suspect it'll probably be a 15 to 20 minute break in between games, but we'll be right back. Thanks for joining us in this game. We'll be right back in a few minutes for game 2. Thanks.